All right, so today I'm joined by Pat Downey, aka the Lizard King. Welcome back, man. How you been?
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I've been good. Just had a good successful competition in Vegas. Came out of that healthy, no injuries, and ready to keep competing. I definitely raised my stock. Got a lot of opportunities presenting themselves again.
Right. I'm glad to hear that you're healthy as well, and you kind of stole the show out there, I will say, in your first match.
Yeah, man. I definitely, been getting a lot of new followers and fans since that performance, and kind of kind of put some of the people who didn't know on notice, who didn't know my skills, because I was a I was like a plus 300 underdog at first, and then as it got closer, the line moved down to plus 200. But still, it's not often you see me as an underdog, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, honestly. I was like, what the hell? I thought it would be like an even kind of odds. Maybe Luke's the little
Yeah,
favorite, but a little bit of
yeah,
disrespect there by the odds makers.
yeah. Well, I guess he's got more jiu-jitsu pedigree, and he's past UFC champion. He definitely had like the biggest following out of anybody. Million followers. He brought the most clout with him. And he was biggest I'd ever seen him. Out of USADA. He's obviously not with USADA anymore. So
Juiced up Rockhold you got.
yeah, I was calling him Juice Hold in our match. He was every bit of 230. So I mean maybe that all played into, you know what I mean, when odds makers are factoring in who the favorite is and stuff. So but yeah, man, I felt great. I didn't feel 25, 30 pounds smaller than him.
Yeah. No, you look great out there too. Luke seemed a little bit older. He looks a little weathered towards the end of the
Right?
match, injured his back and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're older, you probably have some back problems, and then it doesn't help when you got a guy like me dropping you on your back. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know if you keep up with Luke on social media, but when he said he was going to be competing in the event, I had been like keeping tabs, like just seeing what he's up to. The guy was
Yeah.
partying a lot. That's why I was like, dude, how are you guys putting Pat as an underdog when you see Luke like in the club with Craig like last week? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But at the same time, they do these trips where they party and, you train as well. So he was also getting that you know, validation from these high level grapplers like Craig and stuff. And watch him and Nicky Rod's last match. Nicky Rod and him have a barn burner. Nicky Rod doesn't do to Luke Rockhold, like he doesn't do to him what I do to him. I know I'm not comparing, like there's transitive properties, and what I mean, and I'm not saying it's like math, because it's not. Matchups make matches, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying I match up with a guy like Nicky Rod or a guy like Luke Rockhold. I'd match up very well, because these guys can't do shit with me, even though they're big and they're athletic. They're just technically flawed, and I shut these guys down. You know what I mean?